Wow, now that was Luke Skywalker. I'm going to make a separate video about my thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 2 in full, but this one is completely dedicated to Luke. That ending completely and utterly blew me away. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning, my entire family was asleep, and I'm watching it half awake, and as soon as I realized that Luke Skywalker showed up to save the day in this finale, I sat right up. I had the stupidest grin on my face, and I almost started crying. It was that big of a deal. I know it made a lot of actual grown men cry. That's how much this means to us. Now, I've been a heavy critic of The Mandalorian for quite some time, and I'm still not as in love with it as most people are. And for those of you who follow me, most of you know, because I say this all the time, I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi whatsoever, and I thought its treatment of Luke was just horrible. Now, if people enjoy that, then I'm more than happy for them, but obviously it was a very divisive thing, and I know that I'm not alone in that. So, seeing Luke appear in The Mandalorian to take this show to the next level and to sort of redeem the character that was disrespected in the eyes of so many fans was just such a beautiful moment. I haven't felt this way about Star Wars, honestly, probably in my lifetime, because I grew up a prequel era kid, so all of the stories that we were being told were predetermined. We already knew what was going to happen. We knew Anakin was going to turn into Darth Vader. And although, Revenge of the Sith and the original trilogy and Clone Wars and Rebels, I still enjoy some of that stuff more than The Mandalorian in whole, nothing has given me this sort of endgame portal scene type feeling from Star Wars probably in my entire life. So seeing Luke Skywalker, the greatest hero in the Star Wars universe, appear to save the day from these unstoppable machines in this just completely epic manner. The music composed by the composer was just perfect. It was amazing. I have that on repeat on my Spotify right now. And the epic action sequence, the CGI for Luke was a little bit off, but you know what? I honestly don't even care. This moment meant so much to me as a fan of Star Wars and as a fan of Luke Skywalker, and I know I'm not alone in that. And the beautiful thing about Luke returning in that entire sequence that was masterfully done, from the music to the choreography to the writing about what Luke was actually doing there in the first place and the suspense that was built up, it was just really well done. But what's beautiful about it is the fact that this is something that can be enjoyed by everyone, no matter which side you come down on when it comes to sequel trilogy Luke, whether you're like me and absolutely hated that version of the character, and you see this appearance by Luke in The Mandalorian as this redemptive moment for the character, seeing him as he was always meant to be, a version that is more in line with his character from Return of the Jedi, and more in line with the character that we got in so many stories afterwards, even though we didn't get any more movies from George Lucas after Return of the Jedi when it comes to Luke's character. We still got so many stories in the EU, the Thrawn trilogy and the Legacy of the Force books, and he appeared in so many other things, whether it's comics or video games, and this is how he was portrayed. The exact version that we got in The Mandalorian is Luke, straight up copy and pasted from the EU, and it was a beautiful thing. But even if you loved Luke from The Last Jedi and thought that was a great arc for his character and made him far more interesting than he already was, this moment in The Mandalorian is just another epic moment for that character and just another thing to add on to his incredible journey. And there's not much divisiveness in that. The response to his appearance in this show is overwhelmingly positive. It went viral on the internet. That's all anybody's talking about right now. And when it comes to things like The Last Jedi, there are tons of people who love it, but there's obviously tons of people who hate it as well. And that's something that I tweeted about after Luke returned as well. Well, I waited a little bit because I didn't want to spoil anything for anyone, but after it was out on the internet and everybody was tweeting about it, I made a tweet essentially saying, We can debate about what Star Wars is 24/7, what it should be, whether this movie's good or this movie's bad for this reason, or it's not consistent with this character, whatever. That's totally fine. That's healthy. But at the end of the day, what it should be is magical for everyone. And something I really don't like about Rian Johnson's approach is the fact that he specifically set out to make a divisive movie, or at least that's how it appears to me, and many others believe this as well. Of course, there is recorded footage of him saying essentially that he finds it much more interesting when half of a group absolutely loves the movie and another half absolutely hates it. And to me, Star Wars is sacred. It's not something to be messed around with, and it's something that everyone should get to enjoy together. So when it comes to Star Wars, I really don't appreciate that approach. If you don't think Rian Johnson did that intentionally, then that's totally on you. That's totally cool. That's fair. But that's how it appeared to me, and I really just don't dig that at all. That's not cool to me. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Luke in The Mandalorian, this is something that we can pretty much universally love together as Star Wars fans, no matter which era is your favorite, no matter which character's your favorite. You think George Lucas betrayed Star Wars with the prequels, you think Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams did that with the sequels, whatever. This was an epic moment that really brought the fandom together, and for that, I absolutely salute Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Well done. Well done. I have a lot of criticisms of The Mandalorian as a show, but to me, what this proves is that they are fans of Star Wars. It's as simple as that. And they know Star Wars, and they know what will bring the fans together. So once again, just a huge shout out to them. I can't wait to see what they have in store for The Mandalorian Season 3, and I can't wait to see what they do with this upcoming Boba Fett show, and Rangers of the New Republic and the Ahsoka series, which apparently they're heading all of those, so that's going to be awesome. But I will leave further comments and thoughts about some of the other shows and The Mandalorian Season 2 as a whole for other videos in the future. But Luke is back, baby. I'll just leave it at that, plain and simple. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time.